In the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Tennessee Titans.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Here we go, here we go. 18 Gator. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Ready?
They'll run on first down. Swift, and he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, he's got some breathing room. The 40, the 30, 20, 10. A big play that time for the Titans. 68 yards on the ground. With that run, double check my math. Yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Yep. Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Night, sweetheart.
They'll try to run this one in. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Ready. 10 Lobo. Down to lose 1. Go.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Stop your body.
First carry for Nick Chubb. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Chubb running right. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Darnold from the gun. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 28-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
65.
2nd and 4. Got him in. It's Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down.
That's good for the Titans. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Check 3. Back. Hey, lock it. Hey, check 20. Go.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. Oh, he's got a little daylight. The 20. Look at the dance and the juke. A big play that time for the Titans. 43 yards on the ground.
And it is still early, just the 1st quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
They come up in an offset eye. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Watch out. Alert 3. Chance. 6-6, pull it high. Hatchet. Deuce.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Joseph on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Next to score, Titans 14, Jets nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. From the 25 on second down, Darnold into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Hey, let's go.
And Darnold just beating the play clock. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Darnold a sneak, and he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down.
Hey, let's get there.
After the run, now Darnold to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Check. Check. Hot. Check.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Watch the screen.
From the 50, it's Darnold. That's out to Chubb, complete. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here we go, set. 55. Watch the run. Wide. Get wide. 49. Check 49. Watch the end.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Darnold. And Anderson's got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 27 yards there, a 1st down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. run for Nick Chubb. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A give running right is Chubb. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They run the counter. Swift. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Looking to throw. Daniels. He's got a man. Complete. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's a 1st down and then some. A 32-yard pickup.
Titans, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Daniels. This will be caught by Brown. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll try the left side. Swift. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
64, weak. Switch. No. Off.
Now a give, right side. Swift. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Hey, exit. 53. Hit it.
From the gun, Daniels. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now a fumble. The ball's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Ready? Mike, 56, right there, 56. Hey, Haywood. Deep ripper.
Looking to throw. Daniels. Eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
The kick by Joseph is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. From the 27, Darnold. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Go, Jackrabbit, come on.
2nd and 10. And this is caught at the 8. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the... And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jayon Brown. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock, give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. On 1st down, Swift. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Here we go, set. 15 lining. 15 lining. Now! Tight right. Oh, no. 3 alpha. Put it down.
To throw on 2nd down, Daniels. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets 40. Back to throw. Daniels. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Darnold nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And an alley to run. But he will take this down to the 10-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turn to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 11-yard line.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift, and running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Operating from the gun, Daniels. That's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
31, Jets 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else. And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
A dime look defensively here for the Titans on third. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And maybe some indecision on getting the punt team out there, and they're going to get a delay. So that'll back them up 5. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return, and it'll be Titan football. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, Daniels. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Something of a rare incompletion. Remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
Last week was commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, that's extra time in practice, and that's throwing with extra confidence as well.
Off the play fake, Daniels. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Daniels. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Michael Pilardi now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
I'm going to come back to you.
They run it again with Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. So a 3rd and 9, and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Hey, he's coming to you. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey, ready? Let's go.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Hey, alert. Mike's 50. 3 buzz.
50, Mike's 50. Now watch run, watch run.
Back to throw, Darnold. It's caught, Smith. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And the Jets first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Not here. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. Red 80. Red 80. He's coming, double up. Under crush, under crush. Hey, Delta. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Darnold down to throw. That'll be taken in by Anderson.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Darnold. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Darnold on 3rd down. Going up top. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Back now in Nashville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
So we got man. Jack.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Now 3rd and 4.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Daniels. He gets it to Brown. Complete. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. They'll run on 1st down. Swift. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, baby. Say.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And he's going to get this down close to a 1st at about the Jets' 39.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
The Titans on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Ready, set. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's go, D.
Here's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Watch the curl.
Looking to throw on second down. Daniels. Man open inside as well. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Swift. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. 14 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
D-line, get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
And again, it's Chubb. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll cut it. Accelerating, and off he goes. A big play that time out of Chubb. And even 60 yards for him on the ground. A great run, but, you know, this is probably where the offensive coordinator is saying, geez, we could have used a couple of these earlier in the game.
Yeah, he's probably telling the head coach, well, talk to the run game coordinator about that. I just call the plays. We should have had this going right from the beginning.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 13-yard line.
A four-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. That one complete to Anderson. Showed off the juke, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
The Jets on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself. But you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Did they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, Offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Titans, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.